LOL, seriously is here, back for some more Planet Crafter Moons update. Today we're going to be doing an epilogue base tour video of the new and improved museum build. I have not decided what exactly I want to do with the roof, but we have moved most of the trees inside and I thought those ones still look okay up there. So we'll keep them up there. Here we are outside. Yeah, you know what we should do before we turn the UI off is have a drink of water and a bite to eat. There we go. And we're just going to go for a nice leisurely walk. Won't use the run or the jetpack if we can help it. So we're not going to blaze through this thing. Structure largely unchanged since last time we were here, except obviously the inclusion of 3 Megadomes, including some structural supports for them. That one there is baked right into the waterfall cliff. We'll go take a peek later on. And here we are at the Stuff and Things Museum. We'll head upstairs first, obviously, because it's a very limited area with all of the 20 various spacesuits that you can get in Planet Crafter. We've got 7 in each row here, and the Goldio there to greet you when you come up the ladder. And then we have the 2 new Moons spacesuits, one of the ones from Prime here that's sort of rare, and the 2 from Humble. Well, also the Goldio is from Humble, but... And yeah, we can go outside and take a peek at the trees. But the real trees are in the Arboretum, so let's get looking at the domes we've got going on here. We start off in the entryway. We've got the Prime hologram. We've got some seating for you, and this is sort of the trophy room. We have all of the effigies in the game. We have all of the food items in the game, including some snacks if you want some snacks. No vending machines, not coin operated, just grab a snack. Drones will bring you the replacement. Got all of the crystals. Some actual warden keys along with the effigies for warden keys. Some of the rare fuses here. I really like how the new ones all look like the beehive hexagon dome thing. And then we've moved the fish over to this side into the wharf, and they each have their own, so they're not mixed together, so you know which one's which when you're looking at the label. You don't have to go, oh, there's 2 fish in here. Which one's the Galbia and which one's the Ikaru? That one is the Galbia. We do have a couple mounted to the walls as well, but that's, you know, not ideal. If you can keep them alive, I think that's better. We have some golds and Velkias mixed together in there. I think you'll be able to tell which one's golden and which one's Velkia. They're the only 2 that are really mixed together, except for coming up ahead. Here we have the Vilnius. So those are the last of the basic fish. And here we have some of the rare ones. We have the one we were talking about before, the yellow sunfish, but we have the 2 from the moons here, the Stabu and the Tabu. Which one's which? That's a great question. I don't know. But I'm also pretty happy to have gotten the tier 2 fish biodome thing here. Is that what it's called? Yeah, something like that. T2 Aquarium. We have the Tugeti and the Alera mixed together in here because they're basically the same fish, just with a very different paint job. Same with these guys here from the moons. This is very nice though. Alright, not too much decoration in the aquarium dome. Let's head back over to the other side and take a peek in the fauna section. We have all of the informative posters and animal effigies for all of the various animals. Actually did not have the snooper effigy, had to go through about 20 or 30 portals to get that one. And the other one that I didn't have, there was two. I think they were recently added to the game. Now obviously this was added to the game with the moons, but so was the Tilopina poster and Buffalo poster. That one was pretty hard to get to, but the last thing I got was the snooper effigy. Very, very hard to come by, I found. When on my other saves, it was very common, so that's very odd. We also have all of the frogs here. Oh no, that's right, I lost power, and I lost some progress in saves. So I'll have to put the names back on these, no big deal. We have the displays all put in at least, which is very nice. Glad we didn't lose power after that, or before that, I mean. All of our butterflies, a nice butterfly display here as well. And we also have a flutterby dome. Pretty good views out each of these domes. I really like the natural rock formation feature here of Megadome facing through the ground. It does make for some interesting geometry where your character has to jump over invisible walls. Right, I'm stuck right here. But you know, it looks pretty cool. And lastly, we'll head into the Arboretum, where we have all of the plants and trees of the game, except unfortunately, 2 of them from Humble. I didn't realize that I was progressing the game so fast on my new save when I got to Humble that I was skipping by some blue crates having some of the low-level Humble only flowers. We're missing the B-E-R-E-1 and the Snapia. Brelea and the Snapia, I think, are the ones we're missing. Oh, and look how hilarious the redwood tree is in a bonsai pot. We do have all of the trees in the game in this one Megadome, though. They all fit quite nicely. None of them are sticking out of the glass. Not even the red woo. You might not be able to see the red woo, but here it is, sticking out through the fountain. We head up to the top here. There it is, towering above the rest. The way that was accomplished was with a little bit of trickery by putting it in some floors beneath. Yeah, let's take a peek at the outer side. We'll take a run for this. No need to go slow out here. We have safety railings. So yeah, the waterfall flows nicely through here. You can fit through here. I've tried. You can also walk along the outside of the dome over to this ground over here, which makes up our nice ground feature on the inside. So yeah, we have our red woo planted somewhere in between that floor and this floor here. And it goes up right through the center of this building into the top of the Megadome. But yeah, that is basically it for today. We're just doing a tour of the museum and all of the things that the game has to offer. And I think I've collected as many as I can get on this save. I do have a couple of crates on Humble that I'm going to try to game. See if I can get low-level plants out of them still. Excuse me. but that does not seem to be working out. I've tried about a dozen or so reloads already, and I haven't got any of the humble plants at all, even the fancy ones. So, oh well, we got most of our stuff. Oh no, we need to eat again. That's the downside of turning off the UI. All right, that's it for today, everybody. Until next time, have a good time.